Trevs Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. Sweet. Anyway, continuing on with award nominations. Today, we finally get an award that doesn't have the name McDavid, Matthews, or Josie in it. We get to talk about the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy and how they narrowed down every team's nominee. 32 nominees down to 3. Let's discuss. So if you're unfamiliar, the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy is awarded annually to the NHL player voted to best exemplify the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey, as voted on by the Professional Writers Association. And initially, this and the King Clancy Trophy get a nominee from every team. So the writers get to narrow it down from 32 down to 3. Here's what the 32 looked like. And of that list, they picked these 3. So let's talk about it. Your first nominee is Zdeno Chara, who at 45 years old is the oldest player in the NHL at this point, entering his 24th season. And this is where his career began, way back when he was a rookie not looking at breaking the all-time games played by a defenseman record, which he managed to do on February 24th when he played his 1,652nd game. Now, he only put up 14 points this season in 72 games, but his leadership role is still something that just does not quit in this man, even though he's not a captain like he was in Boston. Now, this is his first time being a finalist, and if he was to win, he'd be the 4th Islander to win it since Robin Lehner did it in 2019, and be the first defenseman since Brian Berard in 2004 to win it. So there's that. Kevin Hayes, who has been dealing with injuries all season long, 2 abdominal surgeries before the season even started, and another procedure in January, on top of dedicating his season to his late brother Jimmy, who passed away on August 23rd of last year. That limited him to only 48 games this season, but in those 48 games, he did put up 31 points, including 22 points in 28 games after he returned to the lineup in March. And with the trade of Giroux to the Panthers, it seemed him take on a bit more of a leadership role, so with great responsibility, right? See, if he did win it as a first-time finalist, he'd be the 2nd straight Flyer to win it, as Oscar Lindblom won it last season. You can follow that link there. And Carey Price. Now, for a procedure that was only supposed to keep him out 10 to 12 weeks, it sidelined him for all but 5 games. He didn't play his first game until April 15th of this year. Between that, he had to check himself into a substance program while he was rehabbing this 10 to 12 week operation that pretty much kept him out the entire season, which is now questioning his career. He still managed to make a comeback, which is not a bad thing, but it seems to be the trend of goalies now. Once you have a major one, you're done. Ask Luongo, ask Bishop. This is his first time being a finalist for it, but he would be the 6th Canadiens player to win it, and the first since Max Pacioretty in 2012. He'd be the first goalie to win it since Robin Lehner won it. So there's your nominees. So as for a prediction, it's hard not to make a case for any one of them. I mean, if this is Chara's swan song and he's done, there's that. If this is Carey Price's swan song, which by all sights and sounds of it, it quite possibly is, that's a nice send-off too, because I mean, a lot of times they award this award to guys who are retiring or ready to retire, but lately they've been giving it to people with actual legit issues. Not saying anybody who's nominated, their issue isn't real, but they were going the way of mental health and substance program and all that stuff. And you want to talk about the ideal picture of mental health. I mean, how do you not think of who I think is going to win it? I think it's going to Kevin Hayes. The injuries aside, the fact that he had to deal with the stress and trauma of losing his brother before the season even started, and his brother was an NHLer too, so a lot on the mind when you're injured. You're injuring the same place twice, and then you deal it again in mid-season. But the fact that he was able to put up good point totals in the 31 games he did play, or the 48 games he played, 31 points in 48 games. He did all that with the kind of year he had. That's dedication. So I want to Trevs Hockey Shows. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, you. Don't think I don't appreciate it. Because I do. Since you're here, you've made it this far. Give me that thumbs up. That red button. It says subscribe. You know what to do. I've told you how good it makes you feel. So you know what to do. Socials in the description down below. This is video 2. Video 3. Hopefully I can do all 5 tonight. This is video 3 coming up, but either way, in the meantime, in between time, be looking for more videos from Trev. Later.